Welcome back, Roller Derby fans. 2026 Y'all Stars Tournament. We are at game number 16 now. It's Friday 440 slot. Hee Haw Team Badass taking on New York. We'll go ahead and meet the first skaters for Hee Haw Team Badass. Number 0 is Booty Queen. Number 102 is Hella DeVille. Number 1109 is Stiletto Strangler. Number 12, Shocker Blue. 213 is Prime Evil. Number 3 is Orange Whip. Sweet Cyanide wearing number 4. Number 42 is Just Ripper. 515 is Alley Cat. 55 is Queen of Hearts. Number 66, Anna Rose. Number 687, LC Hammer. Number 7 is Hannah Smash Tana. Number 73, Lynn. Number 74 is Zombie Cat. 789 is Goldie, and 901 is Violet Assault. And I am Captain Motorboater. I forgot that part. Pretty important.
Now for Team New York, okay, we're gonna do this in the New York way.
Because I'll make you an introduction you can't refuse. Team New York, number 0 is Sammy D. Sammy D. Number 1116, Fat Jammer. Number 1127, Giles. Number 14 is Brittany Smears. Number 16, it's Ammunition. Number 187 is Die Trying, because we're going to take over this city or we're going to die trying. Number 24 is King Killer. Number 241 is Susie. Number 33 is Unwired. And number 369 is Dang, She Fine. Number 459 is Burglar. Number 48 is Oxen Free, like when you was a kid playing tag. Number 6 is the Poet Laureate for Gotham, Jonathan R. Number 60 is Pearl Jammer. Number 8008 is Andy. Number 8717 is Jag. And number 888, Senor Wiener. And this team is going to make Team Badass an offer they can't refuse. Little New York humor there for you, Cap.
Well done, my good man. We have skating and non-skating officials. We'll start with the non-skating officials. Cinnamon, Misery Chop, Candied Bacon, Nina Botner, Orville Wreck, French Thwarter, Wednesday Adams, $1 Million Brand, and Night Trotter. Skating officials are Effin' Ref, Rough Draft, Hannibal Ruffer, Random Dude, Wicked, whose birthday it is today, by the way, Shaolin Spucker, Jump Cut, and Bread Pool. That rounds out everyone that will be on skates and non-skates that we have names for. Anybody else that you might see that we didn't call? It's because we didn't know.
Yeah, keep them honest out there, refs. You got one team that calls themselves badasses. You got another team from New York. Keep them honest out there. They're going to be looking to break the rules, I think.
100%. I'm probably going to run, hey, it's Sammy D's, my man. Hee Haw is what I'm going to go with Team Badass just because I'm going to end up swearing in different ways if I keep rolling Badass. So I'm going to rock Hee Haw.
When I Hee Haw, all I can think of is A Wonderful Life. Remember Hee Haw and Merry Christmas, Sam Wainwright. At the end, my favorite part of my favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
I'm a Californian who's been in Texas for 15 years. I could try Hee Haw with a little bit of a southern
twang
thing, but people will instantly call me out.
Yeah, well, there
so I'm
you
going to
be.
keep it as straight and non-accented as possible. The fans at home are just going to enjoy your sultry accent, and hopefully I see some chatter on the stream chat. Giving us all of the flowers for how wonderful we are going to bring this action to you.
Absolutely.
I have heard whistles. That usually means the next one's going to start the jam.
Yeah, and for Team New York, number 888, Senor Wiener is going to be jamming.
Soccer Blue, number 12 in blue, jamming for Hee Haw. Yeah.
All right, so Senor Wiener out to lead jammer. Meanwhile, Soccer Blue on the outside. Ooh, stays inbound. Good for Blue.
Able to get that initial pass done for Hee Haw. It's scoring time now for Team New York. Senor Wiener.
All right. Looks like
looks to have collected all four that he was going for.
Exactly, yeah. But able to pick up his 4 and then call it off before Blue could come on in. All right, coming up for New York is 241 Susie. Down here for Hee Haw. Who is that?
Queen of Hearts, number 55, wearing blue for Hee Haw.
Queen of Hearts, 2 hearts that be as one.
I need you, I need you.
You got it, Cap. Cap knows. There we go. All right, Susie up to the front, pushing that pack. Queen of Hearts still looking for some daylight. Oh, there you go. We got another lead jammer for New York. Huh? So nice they named it twice. New York. Looks like Queen of Hearts has the star off, but I don't think she's passing.
Not looking for a pass, just looking for an option.
Yeah.
Trying to get through one blocker, but then they just keep waterfalling up the front. Every time one gets cleared, another one shows up.
Absolutely.
Respawn, respawn, and respawn.
And with them unable to get out of the pack, that leaves Susie to go collect 4 more, bring her total to 8 for this scoring pass altogether.
We got still trying to get out.
Somebody going to the box for Hee Haw. Couldn't quite see it. It might have been Stiletto Stranger. I can't quite see from here. Yes.
Yep, Stiletto Strangler.
Stiletto Stranger. Hey, if I'm walking down the block and I see a stranger in stilettos, I'm saying hello. I want to know that person. It looks like a star pass was made as well on Team Hee Haw. 42 now has it. Ripper.
Ripper is in control of the star, but still in the same position that Queen of Hearts was, which is stuck behind a wall of New York blockers.
Absolutely. Not able to get out. And this, again, because of the good defense from New York, it's allowed Susie to go around collecting multiple points. She's up to 20 right now.
Susie's almost snuck by without notice on that scoring pass.
Yeah.
That's how focused in they are and trying to get out.
Yeah. At least
some pass.
That's what happens when you can't get out early. You know, you're splitting your team's attention between defense and proactive offense, you know?
We saw this happen in the last game.
So, from right there, I mean, they could have kept going. It was basically the end of the jam, so why skate for another 3 seconds if you can't pick up any points? Susie calling it, saying, let me save a little energy on these skates.
24-point jam brings the total up for New York, 28-0 after 2 jams.
So
the third
Susie
jam,
putting her stake in the ground, saying, somebody try to beat that. It's second jam of the game. I put 24 up. Let's see who can do a higher one. Somebody took a timeout already?
Official timeout.
The officials timeout.
Looks like we're going to confirm that we have the right numbers for penalties.
And you know what this is? A timeout is sponsored by Crash Course. Tell us about Crash Course, Cap.
Crash Course helps busy roller derby athletes increase strength, conquer self-doubt, and create habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Want to make a 2-minute jam feel easy? Visit CrashCourseRollerDerby.com for a custom plan with derby-specific workouts, nutrition strategies, and athlete mindset development curated by an experienced team of certified professional trainers who are also experienced in roller derby. Life is a contact sport. Win.
All right. And we're back at it here. We got Dang She Fine going up against Sweet Cyanide. And Dang She Fine is also Dang She the leader.
Sweet Cyanide pulling double duty for multiple teams. Already had a game today, so Sweet Cyanide hoping to continue to add points up and might be the MVP of the tournament with the amount of games that they've played and been extremely effective.
They did a great job there of getting around and making them call it after only 4 points, you know.
Primeval to the penalty box for Hee Haw, so they will be a slight pack advantage for Team New York. Back on the jam line for Hee Haw, number 12, Shocker Blue.
And for New York, it's number 6, the poet laureate of Gotham Roller Derby, Jonathan.
The R stands for ridiculously talented.
Agreed, especially at rhyming skaters' names. There they go, giving the crowd a thumbs up.
Satisfied with that outcome is Jonathan R. Now it's scoring time for New York.
Oh, the apex jump.
Thumbs up for his performance on an apex jump.
All right, he's either telling the crowd he's doing well or trying to hail a cab. It is New York after all. All right, there was no star pass, just a fake-out star pass. So Soccer Blue still going around. If you're hearing in the background them shouting Excelsior, that's because the New York State motto is Excelsior, which is like up and forward or something like that. I don't know, Stan Lee, he would have known. But that's why you hear in the background Excelsior, because we're right next to the New York bench.
With great power comes great taglines, and since New York has lots of power, they have lots of good taglines.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Brittany Smears for Team New York rocking the jam line.
I'm looking out there. I can't see.
That's double nickel, Queen of Hearts.
Oh, there you go. And that's incredible. All right.
Queen of Hearts, one skater to
Ooh,
beat.
there they go.
Able to stay in and on the track, but did not realize that they were safe.
Yeah, went all the way back. But that's all right. They're still lead jammer. They're still in charge of how this jam will go. And you know what? They're out, and they're ready to score points.
And Brittany Smears is finding a little bit of difficulty trying to weave her through the pack.
Yeah.
Queen of Hearts now in scoring position.
Brittany Smears got a push in the back penalty. All right, sit me, baby, one more time. She's going to be sitting in the penalty box. The Hampton and its Sweets penalty box.
Queen of Hearts power jamming, already 4 on the board. Now we'll see if that total can be increased.
You know, this is exactly what Hee Haw needs right now. All right, them donkeys were behind big, and you know what? They need a jam. They can put up some points. All right, they're going to call it so that way they start with a power side. But still, solid jam, 6 points for the donkeys.
Both teams with the full complement of blockers, so just one jammer missing on the track with the power start.
That's right, and Sweet Cyanide is going to take the calls for duty, right?
Looks like we're going to number 14 in blue. That's correct, Sweet Cyanide.
All right,
out of Colorado.
Excellent. Her job is going to be get out of this pack as soon as possible to take advantage of this power start. But New York is saying, I don't know about that. And then she goes on the inside. She found that open lane. She's out. She's around. Turn 3, turn 4. Look at the score.
Sweet Cyanide lead jammer.
All right, here comes the jammer for New York. Brittany Smears got the star in hand just to be safe, but looking to go through their initial pass. Tried to enter too early, had to re-enter in the back. This is great. This is great for Team Hee Haw.
Another 4 on the board, 8 total. Sweet Cyanide back in position for more. There's a star pass. Brittany Smears has given up the helmet cover. To number 33. That's unwired, but the call off happened before Unwired could even get helmet cover on the helmet.
Yeah, he was trying to put it up there via Bluetooth, but it didn't work out for Unwired.
Connection interrupted. 40-18 after a 12-point jam by Hee Haw.
We're going to see the return of the original New York jammer, Senor Wiener, and they're going to jam up against Soccer Blues. This is the original matchup. Let's see if it goes the same or different.
2 in the box for Hee Haw, so a major pack advantage makes it an easy pass through for the Wiener.
Right. Senor Wiener right through. Soccer Blue
lots of room on the inside,
hard.
Aerial attack.
Ooh, huge apex jump for Senor Wiener. That beard don't weigh him down. Meanwhile, Soccer just can't seem to find daylight. Take the star off, looking to maybe make a pass. They're denying her that pass.
Hannah Smashed Hannah is up front with the pivot. Now receives the star helmet cover. Able to skate through and get the initial pass completed. Senior Wiener right behind Hannah Smashed Hannah, so knows exactly when to call.
Yeah. He's going to see if he can get up right in front of her. It doesn't look like he can, so he's just going to call it. Yeah, he could see he wasn't going to catch up to her. His pack was behind the other pack, so.
He wanted that pack up more by turn 1, and they didn't get there, so he had to call.
He had that look in his eyes that wanted more than 12, but you know what? There's only 12 in a dozen, so that's it. Once you eat all those donuts, there's no more to have. He had to move on. He had his 12, he had to move on.
On Thursday, we ordered a dozen beignets because those are dang delicious.
The beignet down here. Beignet and etouffee, huh? All right, so coming up, we got Susie and the Queen of Hearts. 2 hearts that beat as one. Wow, doing a little whip it routine, but not able to get around the outside, getting dragged back.
Queen of Hearts recycled back far enough to continue rolling, but the initial pass still part of a mystery.
Meanwhile, Susie's back to that lead jammer. Last time they had multiple scoring passes. Let's see what Susie's able to do this time.
One blocker to beat, and Susie will get another 4 on the board for New York.
Susie looking at the bench, just wanted to see if there's any direction from the coaches. The coach is saying, play on, play up.
No danger yet, so
Right.
almost out of play there. Queen of Hearts able to get through, got a 3 on that pass with one no pass, no penalty situation.
So Susie allowed herself to pick up 4 more, make it 8-5, make it 60-21. We're 10 minutes down, and right now it's been all Team New York. Having said that, it's still a very close game.
It is evening out a little bit in the competition level. I think that Hee Haw was a little shocked at how quick Team New York put a bunch of points up on the board, and now it's chipping away at that gap. Sweet Cyanide once again towing the jam line for Hee Haw.
And dang, she fine out there for New York. Yes, she knows the song, thus the numbers.
There
3,
goes
6,
Sweet
9.
Cyanide through,
Dang,
is
she
taking
fine.
the lead jammer position, in control of the jam for Hee Haw.
This is very good for Hee-Haw. This could be a big time for them.
Sammy D faking the receptive of the star pass, continuing to hold the block so that Dang She Fine able to get through on the initial pass for New York.
She's coming around. That's going to force them to call it. So, not as effective as a jam as they were hoping for, but still, they'll take it. A single point. Every great journey begins with a single step.
Really good job by Sammy D to fake that receptive of the star and held the block so that Jammer could get through and force that call off.
Absolutely.
Jonathan R. back on the jam line. Number 12, once again, Soccer Blue.
Soccer has done a great job, even when not out of the pack first, getting out of that pack to put the pressure on. There you go. Oh, you talk about getting out of there first.
Used the hole that Jonathan R. created
Yes.
to get through on that pass, but he is right on her tail.
Yes, he's got a mission in uncharted space over there. Soccer picked up points. Jonathan able to pick up points as well. But if you're Yeehaw, you say, look, we'll take the points. Right now we just need to score. Even if we're not chipping into lead, we just need to score, get feet under us, lead jammer under us, you know?
You get a 4-1 score 10 times is going to put you in the lead. Now, doing that 10 times in a row, almost impossible.
Hey, in one of the early games I was calling, they had 8 jams in a row where they were lead jammer. It was, who was it? Who was beating New Jersey this morning? My brain is mush over here. I can't remember. But anyway, 26-61 in favor of Team New York.
Queen of Hearts taking on Brittany Smears.
All right, Brittany.
The Queen on the outside, Brittany on the inside.
Come on. Come on, Brittany. Go ahead.
There goes
you go.
Brittany
No.
to the inside.
No, defeated. Meanwhile, Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts has an opening. Oh, slowed down just a little. Oh, Queenie looked like she was going to do it.
Brittany Spears does have lead jam. That status has been awarded.
Well, there you go.
But now both
She's a lead jammer, not quite in the lead.
Queen of Hearts able to get through. That's going to force a call off.
Yeah.
If Brittany can hear it. She just heard it.
Yes, they were imploring her. So all said and done, interesting jam, inconsequential to the final score. 61-26.
That is the first scoreless jam of the competition.
Scoreless jam. Well, there you be. I know all you folks on YouTube, you say, I love scoreless jams. I love defense because I'm a real roller derby fan.
Senior Wiener towing the jam line for Team New York.
And he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, look at that. He was up in the apex, the bottom apex.
You can see on the overlay that Sweet Cyanide is jamming for Hee Haw.
He's in the Hampton Inns Suites box for the penalty.
He's going to have 30 seconds of alone time while Sweet Cyanide enjoys all this open track. Lead jammer.
Yeah, Sweet looks like she got that look on her face. She's getting a little direction from her blockers. Hey, this is where we're trying to set you up. So far, so good. Senor Wiener standing up, getting ready to get back on the track. Sweet Cyanide, great job staying in bounds. Great job picking up those 4 points.
Sweet Cyanide, 3 out of 4 lead jams, 75% jammer effective rate.
Yeah, she's going to try to pick up her points here. And if Wiener's out of the pack, she'll just call it after she can pick up whatever points she can pick up.
Here comes the call.
Felt like she called it just a little bit early. She might have been able to get her hits around somebody, but her bench was imploring her to call it, and a good jammer listens to the bench.
What does that tell you about Sai? Coachable.
Yeah, exactly. 66 points on that one from Cyanide. It's 61-32. So they're chipping away like you was talking about, Cap.
Soccer Blue towing the jam line, hoping to keep the chipping going.
Susie's out there trying to get that lead jammer back to New York.
5-on-5 skating action. 80 wheels are on the track. The next whistle will start the jam.
There's Susie pushing on the outside, nothing doing, so tries that inside, even less going on there.
Crushing bodies everywhere. It is a waterfall of falling flesh.
Yeah.
Susie has moved up front, but back block was the call, probably the origin of all those falling bodies. So another power jam for Hee Haw.
This is where bouts are won and lost, but Cyclone Blue needs a little bit of a moment. So they've down into the knees. They're going to talk to the team.
Soccer took a shot to the face and was not able to recover quickly, so medics will be quickly moving in.
And while the medics move in, we'll remind you that our timeouts are sponsored by Crash Course Roller Derby.
If you're tired of second-guessing your training routine, visit Crash Course Roller Derby to get a custom plan and increase your strength, conquer self-doubt, and create MVP habits. Remember that life is a contact sport. Win.
You know, what are you seeing out there, Cap? If you had to recap this game, what would you say about it?
The first thing I want to talk from that perspective would be just the shock and awe of the beginning. I don't think that Hee Haw was ready for how quickly New York could put points up on the board. We saw a 24-point jam, the second jam in. So you already are in that mindset, I've got to dig myself out of a hole, but they're doing that. And they're doing that through control. They started to pick up lead jammer control over the last 5 jams. I think they're 4 out of 5 in the last 5 jams where they've had control of the jam. And now New York is starting to give some things back with these jammer penalties. They've had a jammer in the box back-to-back jams. So you start to couple those things together, and then Hee Haw is going to have an opportunity to get back in this. But we see that there is a individual talent level differential between these teams. So can Hee Haw play together as a unit and try to slow down the individual talents, especially in the jammer positions for Team New York?
Absolutely. Well said. Absolutely, Cap. If I'm in the huddle for Team New York, I'm saying to ourselves, we're beating ourselves here. And if I'm in the huddle for Team Hee Haw, I'm saying Hee Haw. And then after that, I'm saying exactly what you're saying. We're going to play smart. We're going to play as a team. And we're going to take advantage of their own hubris. And they're going to say it with an H instead of without an H because they're not from New York. So they don't say uberous.
Uberous.
You know what
I think that it's interesting that we talk about we're beating ourselves while they're almost doubled up in a scoring position. Team New York was 61 points, 32 for Hee Haw. But again, 24 points in one jam. That was the second jam of the game, and that's really like what separated the
exactly. And those last 2 jams were big donkey jams. You know what I mean?
So now we have some conversations happening. I think that shot that Soccer Blue took in the face, which caused the whistle to blow and took us into this break we have right now, could have been some sort of penalty that might have to be reviewed. And if you're not familiar with roller derby, you know, penalties that will put you in the box, there are penalties that are worse that put you out of the game. So sometimes if it's called an egregious penalty or an egregious act or an unsafe act, that could get you disqualified. So I'm certain that there's conversation about whether or not that was a egregious penalty on the high block. So and we'll see if somebody even so they didn't even call a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like they are saying high block. I didn't hear the word egregious. Thankfully, Soccer and Blue got up under their own power, skated off under their own power.
Yes.
So that part's important. It looks like Ephraim Ref is talking to them about, I guess they are going to, it sounds like they're assessing a high block.
High block penalty is the call.
Yeah.
Looks like a Fat Jammer is going to the penalty box for the high block, not egregious, so it's just going to be a 30-second start for Fat Jammer in the box.
Yeah.
Susie is also in the box from the start of that jam, collecting that penalty here in the apex.
Block back in the block, blocking it back.
So an advantage here for Hee Haw coming into jam number 14, but
and this is exactly why you said, you know, the scoreboard says 61-32, but it don't feel like a 30-point advantage, right? It feels like the tide is starting to turn for the Donkeys, And if it's the case, this is a jam where they can really tighten this lead up. Now, if you're New York, you got 3 people out there, and your goal is to slow Queen of Hearts down.
I'm certain that you guys are aware back in streaming land, but we are not being derogatory by referring to Hee Haw as the donkeys. In fact, they have a glorious donkey on their jerseys, kicking lightning into the world. So if anybody feels like we are being insensitive to donkeys everywhere, we are not. We actually love all donkeys, especially if I'm playing poker.
All right, we're getting ready here. They've wound the clock. We're going to get going.
Here we go.
And she's off, Queen of Hearts. They're going to try to move that pack a little bit up, take some more time off the clock. Whoa, Queen of Hearts finds that outside track, hits it, and hits it fast, Cap.
King Killa had no idea how slow his backward skating was until he just got blown right by Queen of Hearts. That surprised him quite tremendously.
Yeah, Queen of Hearts did a great job of getting through that pack as soon as possible, so they're not wasting any time. And now they're trying to fight through it again. Here comes Susie. Susie's holding the star pass. We'll see what they actually plan to do with it.
That could go straight to King Killa, number 24.
Fat Jam is out too, so they're going to go back to full strength here. Susie, goes to the
Hard
ground.
fall, 2 knees, and then gets ran over by their own pivot.
Meanwhile, Queen of Hearts did that great job getting out of the pack initially, but has not been able to have the same kind of success through the scoring pass.
In control, the jam might be a good time to call off, and there it is.
Are they going to get any points out of that? What does the ref say? The ref say you did pass the 4 skaters, but they just got recycled back into the pack. So, again, 4-0. Another good jam from Hee Haw, 36-61.
4 jams straight with no points on the board for New York.
Yeah.
They've got a little bit of momentum that they need to draw back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, if this continues, we're going to see them kind of tick this away. But now they're at full strength. Let's see what New York can do.
Dang She Fine trying to work the inside. Sweet Cyanide's going straight up the middle, but it is thick going through there.
Yeah, 4 white jerseys to contend with.
And trying to get some offense from Anna Rose, but it's not really there.
Yeah, I mean,
Here
Anna
goes
Rose.
Dang She Fine to the outside. Looked like, held track
Yeah,
position.
held that track. Lead jam, I mean to say. But, I mean, Cyanide right on the back there, right?
Another one of those things where a hole gets created for one jammer and the other jammer can follow right through.
Exactly. The pack speeding up a little bit. Unfortunately, Jag at the back of the pack, so I think.
Snuck in for one.
Yes, exactly. Jag fell behind coming from the sideline.
And then took a bad angle, too, outside, and that really took him. So 3 points stolen on that.
Yeah. Team Badass was able to pick up Tree despite not being the lead jammer. That's always exciting, but that's also always telling. They're going to put Jonathan R. out there because he skates quick, and they're going to hope to finally get that lead jammer back. But here's the problem. How many other white jerseys do you see out there, Cap?
Because there are 3 blockers hanging out in the penalty area for the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box. But that doesn't bother Jonathan R.
Jonathan gets it. Jonathan gets after it.
Sammy D out of the box to come help.
But, I mean, that's the other problem is, your skater got out, but so did this. So did this. Because coming around that track with a bolt of lightning is Zombie Cat.
It's Zombie Cat's first time on the jam line.
Yeah, she used all 9 of her lives, and this is number 10, Zombie Cat.
4 hit the board for Jonathan R. and Team New York.
Jonathan's coming around for another scoring pass.
Power jam now. Zombie Cat to the penalty box.
So
huge mistake with Jonathan R. out there.
Yeah, all that work over the last 4 jams, you're about to get completely undone here with this big power jam from Jonathan. I mean, this
could not be more accurate.
Yeah.
This is their first power jam of the game, if you can believe that.
Yeah. That was an unforced error. And they're going to look at that film later and say, that's the kind of stuff we're going to eliminate moving forward.
There's the 12th point for the jam from Jonathan R. and Team New York.
Yeah, all those
Zombie
great
Cat
points.
back on the track, but, the damage has been done.
Yeah.
Ripping off that 12.
Now, look, right now, still a close game. We still got 10 minutes left in the half. if you're Team Badass, what you're saying to yourselves is, hey, let's get back to what we were doing. First of all, getting lead jammer status.
Yeah, Hee Haw's got a tough task of not only having to play very clean, but also finding the right moments to take advantage.
Yeah.
And if those are missed, we see what happens, right? 16 points up on the board, a 12-point advantage in the jam, and we ballooned back up to a 77-43 lead.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's where you bring in someone like Jonathan, because you're trying to stop the bleeding. You're trying to turn the tide, right? So the momentum shift happened exactly what you want from Jonathan. We got Queen of Hearts and Brittany Smears coming up. We've seen this battle before.
And we're going to see it again with a full complement of blockers in front of them.
Queen of Hearts, no, can't find that outside and is forced up the center.
Pressing the outside turn, but now getting angle on the apex. Now we're going to spread out, split to 2 defenders and now 1, and earn the lead jammer spot. Queen of Hearts rocking and rolling. There goes a quick handoff. Unwired now, the jammer on record for New York, able to get through on the initial pass. Here comes the Queen. Oh!
Ooh, is she going to go back in bounds or is she just going to call it? Yeah, she's just going to call it.
The indecision clouded the vision, and I thought it was a good idea to tap and call there. Went for the recycle and then realized this useless.
So New York able to get away with the fact that they fell behind there. Didn't have to pay the penalty. Now we got Cyanide going up against Senor Wiener. Senor Wiener is fast. He's got them long legs, big strides. But we know Cyanide gets low and gets around that track.
I won't be surprised to see Senior Wiener get through and pick up lead, but I also will know that Cyanide will be right on his tail.
And there you go. Your first prediction's right. Senor Wiener out.
1 blocker to beat. Cyanide trying to work some lateral.
Ooh,
finally gets through,
away.
But that's a full half a track behind Senior Wiener.
Yep, Senor Wiener's picked up his 4, and they're telling him to call it. So you know what? The other half of your contradiction or your prediction was right too, because Cyanide did get around and forced him to call. He wanted to have a big jam. She wouldn't let him.
Yep.
So I don't know. It sounds like you're on the money. If I was you, I'd buy a lotto ticket tonight. Trust your gut. Here comes Susie for New York.
Once again, for the second time, hopefully a non-penaltied second time, will be Zombie Cat, number 74 for Hee Haw.
All right, we're off. And wow, Susie, and nobody saw that inside track but her.
Sammy D took 2 blockers and occupied them to open up that hole for Susie, who just walked right through.
Hey, really incredible stuff. Meanwhile, Zombie Cat still alive despite the name and is pushing through the center, headed into turn 3. There's 4 points for Susie.
Zombie Cat still struggling at the apex, looking for some space, keeps getting bumped off the track. Doesn't even look to be considering a star pass at this point. Everyone focused on trying to slow down Susie. Now there's some room for Zombie, but Zombie got popped off the track.
Yeah. And that was just
Giles.
when their pivot was kind of looking at them longingly. But then they got hit, and the pivot said, never mind.
There goes 8 up on the board for Team New York. Zombie Cat.
Susie was the one with the biggest jam so far, so Susie's trying to match or exceed her total.
Halfway there with 12, but there goes the call off.
Yeah, because Zombie did a good job getting out, getting around. 93 to 46.
We got about just inside of 6 minutes.
Yeah, now that we're playing the full 30 halves, no lead is safe. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because we all know Derby. You can get 24 in a single jam, which means a couple of jams in, you can eliminate a 50-point lead. You know what I mean?
Team timeout for Hee Haw. Everyone at home that's been watching knows what a timeout's going to mean. That's right. We're going to talk about Crash Course.
Tell us.
That's Crash with a K because, you know, Crash Course helps roller derby athletes increase strength and conquer self-doubt and create the habits of high performers to become all-stars and MVPs on the track and in life. Remember that life is a contact sport, so win.
So we've seen a little bit of a sea change here. What started as such a dominant performance from New York to begin with has morphed into Team Hee Haw really keeping it a lot tighter. Now New York is able to pad the lead back up again, but again, if you're here in the crowd, you would feel what this crowd is feeling, which is that this is anybody's game, right? The numbers on the screen are not telling the full story, Cap.
Every team that's competing at this level has got the 20-plus point jams in them. It's a matter of they can get it out there and if they can capitalize when the time reveals itself. So that's what Hee Haw's got to do, is continue to stay clean, see if New York gets into more penalty trouble. That could start eliminating skaters, as we know.
Absolutely.
But at this point right now, with everybody on the track minus Stiletto Strangler, who is in the penalty box for Hee Haw. So a slight pack advantage for New York as they jump out. Dang She Fine toes the jam line versus Queen of Hearts.
Right now, both jammers were a little bit late to the line. Meanwhile, that outside line opened back up for Dang She Fine. So Dang She Fine is now Dang She Leader.
Now it's going to be Dang She scoring points. Already 2 passed, but then got bumped back.
And Queen of Hearts just not able to find any kind of daylight. At this point, is
forearm penalty on Dang She Fine.
Wow,
It
Dang
is power
She
jam time,
penalized.
and Hannah Smashed Hannah is now jamming for Hee Haw as a star pass was completed right there at the apex.
That's right. So they saw that foul happening and said, hey, let's take advantage, pass that star off. And now, once again, Team Hee Haw is in a position to tighten things up.
Hannah Smashed Hannah, Rocky Mountain Roller Derby, out here trying to put points up on the board for Hee Haw.
Here comes Dang She Fine, and she came out of that box like somebody on that track owed her money. 4 points for Hannah. Dang She Fine up against Queen of Hearts, the original jammer. Passed her for her 4. Meanwhile, Hannah in the middle of the pack. She's collecting points. And she is up and around, staying in bounds. Yes. Good job, Hannah, keeping your balance.
One skater to beat to get that 4th point.
We got 15 seconds left in this jam. How many more points will we see? Wow, Dang She Fine.
Ooh.
Dang She
Shots
good
fired.
at jamming. Hannah,
able to get through and get all 4 of those.
so this is a good, obviously if you're Hee Haw, you wanted to get some points on the board. If you're New York, you're glad that your jammer went to the box and still scored just as many points as the other jammer. It was an 8-8, snowman all around. 54-104 is our score right now. And we're going to have Cyanide, sweet Cyanide, up against Jonathan R.
I don't like that sour cyanide stuff.
No, if you're
I only want my
kill me,
cyanide
make it
sweet.
taste
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, delicious,
Yeah.
sweet cyanide.
There you go, Jonathan R. Just like last time, out and looking to score points.
Cy takes a peek about passing the starred helmet cover to Anna Rose.
Yeah, there's the New York team is doing a great job of sealing that inside line for their jammers. They are consistently able to skate up the inside of that track between turn 4 and turn 1.
Cyanide able to get through finally on the initial after Jonathan R. went aerial at the apex to get 4.
She's
8
right
points on
on
the jam.
Jonathan's heels too, Cap. And that forces him to call it. He tried to, do a little booty back, get one last hit, one last point. They didn't give it to him. 109-54 after that 8-point jam from Jonathan R.
Nice little replay here. Look at that hit by Fat Jammer redirecting Cyanide, but then
Jump.
aerial assault there by Jonathan
Yeah,
R.
somebody played Mario growing up, I think. The jump man. So we got Britney Spears and we got Soccer Blue.
Britney Spears trying to go super low, one knee through the center of the pack, but
Meanwhile, Soccer is kind of pushing that pack at the front.
Soccer now trying to use the angle, but Sammy D said, nah.
Yeah. So what's happening here is that Brittany Spears went to make the star pass, took her helmet off, and is now trying to get the helmet back, the helmet cover back on.
Might as well just hang on to it now.
Yes, exactly.
Soccer Blue lead jammer.
Yeah, Soccer Blue. Soccer Blue. And there she goes, blowing by some of the blockers.
That'll be 4 points put in the air by the jam referee. Sammy D gets a hold of the star. That has been handed off by Brittany Spears. Now Sammy.
Go back, go back.
We had an illegal. So that star pass didn't happen legally.
Happen. Yeah, I thought I heard a whistle, but the way Sammy was going around, you couldn't tell.
Somebody's going in the box somewhere.
What's in the box? So Sammy's trying to get some clarification from the officials before he hands any stars to anybody.
He wants to know if he's going to report to the box or is Brittany Spears. So it looks like Brittany is already seated.
She had permitted that penalty, I guess, before illegal procedure.
I think
they're handing it back. What is it? Hot potato, huh? Nobody wants that star?
We'll get official timeout until we get that sorted.
Yeah, I think, we're going to need a timeout that is official to figure that whole thing out. Right now, it's 109-62. That was an 8-point jam by Team Badass. Oh, the timekeeper thinks we're winding the clock and going. But no, we are in that official timeout. The officials have come over, and they are having a conversation with the Team New York in the box, trying to explain to them who's in the penalty and for what. So we have a jammer and a pivot for Team New York in the box. The pivot being Sammy D, the jammer being Brittany Spears.
This will be the 5th power jam in the contest for Hee Haw, which you would think with that big of an advantage they would be in a better position scoring-wise, but they just not been able to capitalize on
They've been able to get out quickly, but not through quickly. You see what I'm saying? Oh, Senor Wiener going to the ground trying to block. Didn't work out for him. He's laughing, though, because he said, I'll put it on the line like that every day if I have to.
High block penalty collected, so 2 blockers in the box now. Oxenfree and Sammy D join Brittany Spears in the penalty box, so a major personnel advantage, and that is obvious from that result. Easily through for 4 points was Queen of Hearts.
Brittany Spears is being directed to pass the star to Sammy, and that's what they do. Sammy's immediately bodied up by the Team Hee Haw blockers. That was great body up by LC Hammer. It was hammer time.
Well, got hammered with a penalty, so.
You know what? She'll take that penalty, though, because there was a message to be sent to Sammy and to New York, and she'll take that penalty. That message was, we don't play that around here. Anyway, for that, what it started as that power jam, 8 points for Hee Haw. Not bad.
8 points is a great way to close out the half, shrinking the lead to 39 points. Team New York 109, Team Hee Haw 70. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. We're a little longer on these half times now that we're full time games. So if you've been
don't let the score fool you, folks. Don't go, this game's over. This is not the game the scoreboard says it is.
Remember that there was a 24-point jam in the second jam for New York. That's really where their lead stands right now. So you take that away, and this is a highly competitive game, and you're right, this is going to go the whole way. So make sure you come back in about 10 minutes, okay? You'll see us.
Can you see me? I'm waiting to be discovered. Meet me where the untraditional is traditional. Dare to go bold? Come find me in Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
If your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job: to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.
All right, we are back. We have a couple of minutes before this bout begins. Cap, give us a little recap of what we saw in the first half.
What we saw was Team New York coming out on absolute fire. Second jam of the game, they had a 24-point jam that set the tone, and really the gap that we see in the score right now, a 39-point lead for Team New York. That came off of Susie's 24-point jam in the second jam. Now, Team New York got a little sideways and racked up the penalties, as you can see on here. 13 penalties for Team New York, and a lot of that happened in about a 3-minute span. They've had lead about the equal amount of time. It's just a slight advantage there in 4 jams, but the power jam side of things is what has kept Hee Haw in the game. You can see they have a 5-1 lead to them. That in that stretch of penalties that we were talking about, you had the Donkeys being able to chip away at that large lead, and then they gave it all right back with one bad jam, the only one bad jammer power play that they coughed up. That cost them all of the points they had scraped back over that time frame. So right now you just have Team New York sitting comfortably, but they know that they are just 1, maybe 2 jams away from being on the outside looking in. So they got to hold steady and stay clean throughout the next half.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to flash a little bit of who's in what kind of penalty trouble. Right now, as we're getting ready, last 25 seconds before the next half, Senor Wiener's on the line. Queens of Heart is on the line. Both of these have had successful jams. Both of these have fallen behind on jams. So both of them want to really establish themselves as having the superior second half. So let's see who comes out and takes that lead jammer status right away.
Queen of Hearts has been very effective when able to get the lead. What has actually been a challenge is when they haven't gotten the lead, the focus where New York can just put the hammer down and keep Queen at bay. So if Senior Wiener gets out quickly, I think it'll be a very difficult jam to open up the second half for Hee Haw.
Exactly. All right, so here we go. Wiener's trying the outside. Queen of Hearts trying the inside. Wiener going up the center. There you go. Lead jammer. Senor Wiener.
Star helmet cover quickly comes off from Queen of Hearts. Looking at Hannah, smash Hannah for a potential hand. Now they're both next to each other. We'll see where it comes out. Hannah back up to the front. Has to focus on blocking.
Yeah. Meanwhile, 4 quick points for Senor Wiener. Well, Wiener is out.
Hannah's looking for the pass and isn't able to get it there. Tried it again, but not able to complete it. Nice job separating the pivot and jammer while Wiener just cruises right through. 8 points so far.
Yeah, this is the exact kind of tone New York wanted to set coming out of that half, which is score early and score often.
I don't like being Nostradamus when it's negatively impacting the team that is coming from behind, but just like I talked about before, Queen not able to get anything done. Wow, Wiener's just flying around the track, putting 12 points on their board first jam, and you can just feel the deflation from Hee Haw, because that's exactly what they didn't need coming out of halftime.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Now look, it's a long half. We've got 28 plus minutes. You come out here, you get lead jammer, you put up 12, and all of a sudden you're right back to where you were, right? Now the problem is you got Jonathan R. sitting there, so that's not going to be easy. Sakura Blue going up against Jonathan.
It's a tall task in front of him. We'll see what Hee Haw has. Soccer goes to the outside and immediately gets rerouted.
Just when it looked like she was about to wire close that gap, you know?
Yeah, unwired with a great block. And Jonathan R., not the most simple of exits out of the pack, but is able to take control of the jam for Team New York.
Yeah, that was a long time coming for Jonathan R. by his standards. But he's out. He's about. Ooh, nice hit. Sends him to the ground, but he's back up on his feet.
Yeah, Stiletto Strangler just introduced the shoulder to the face.
That's it. No, if you've ever been hit by a stiletto, you'll remember it. So now Sakura back up out of the pack, looking to score. Jonathan watching Sakura and saying, I'm just going to call it. He's just going to call it, folks.
Just going to call it. Pearl Jammer in the box, so it'll be a slight pack advantage for Hee Haw coming to jam 3 of the second period. Already towing the jam line and ready to get things going. That is Dang She Fine. Stand next to Dang She Fine, you might notice number 14. That is Sweet Cyanide.
This is a good matchup. Both of these are very quick around the track, very quick through the pack. Let's see who takes the advantage here. Obviously, Sweet Cyanide really hoping to get out and around quickly because they really are in desperate need of exactly what she's giving them right now, which is lead jammer status.
Sammy D and Giles did not know who was going to take who, and they both just let Cy go right through.
One's looking one way, one's looking the other. The other one say, "What you want from me?" Nice white beard.
Cy bopped off the outside of the apex, now back at turn 1.
Start pass was made to Sammy D, and Sammy D unable to collect any points because it was called by Cyanide. Good heads-up play.
Giles got crashed in the back by Cyanide and was like, "Where's the low block?" It didn't get one, so he just high-fived Cy. Like, good job.
Cy scoring a couple of quick points. Hey, at least they got some points and held them to no points.
Watch here in the replay, Sammy D just did not have his eyes on Sweet Cyanide, able to get that lead jammer and control. So 2 points on the lead jam that time. Not the 12 they were looking for, but it's better than 0.
Absolutely. Susie's going up against Queen of Hearts. Susie been queen of jamming. Hit to the ground, but back up again.
Susie went chest to chest with Alley Cat. Alley Cat bounced off the ground. Hannah Smash Tenda now up front, working a 2-wall. Looked like LC Hammer, or was that Goldie? I couldn't tell.
Absolutely. Cycled back around is Susie. Susie finding that outside track around turn 1 and into turn 2 has lead jammer status. They're already coming around turn 4 looking to score. Meanwhile, Queen of Hearts has been able to successfully exit the pack and will be putting the pressure on. Can Susie get all 4 before she has to call it? I don't know. I think they're just 3. Couldn't get their hips around that last person. And they're giving they're going to give 4 to Susie, but they're going to give 3
to Hee-Haw.
To Queen of Hearts. So good job, Queen of Hearts. Queen of Hearts, 2 hearts that beat as one.
I need you, I need you.
All right, so now we have Soccer Blue and Senor Wiener talking about what it's like to be jammers. And now jamming like it's to be jammers. Senor right to the front of the line.
Quickly through.
Out right away. But Soccer and Blue is right there, less than a turn away. Senor Wiener is directing traffic because he knows he's going to have to get through quick.
Look for the quick points.
Yeah, and you know what? Soccer and Blue picks up the bullhorns there. So good job with Soccer Blue. And that, you could see Senor Wiener knew this was going to happen, so he was directing traffic and say, "Hey, I got to get through this pack quick, this way, that way." But good job, Soccer Blue, picking up 2 points, keeping the ball game close.
Skating clean as we have 5 skaters aside on the track, 80 wheels ready to rock and roll for jam number 5. 133-77. Sweet Cyanide towing the jam line against Jonathan R. They both started almost in the exact same square footage. Jonathan R goes inside. Sweet's going to follow the hole. Oh, looks like,
Sweet
capitalized on that hole that Jonathan R was able to get. Now Cy in charge, lead jammer.
Sweet side. Jonathan R is trying to pick up some steam to put the pressure on. The pack is trying to speed up. Sweet Cyanide is able to collect some points. Not calling it. All right, Sweet Cyanide said, "All right, let's skate on, skater."
Well, let's skip 4 and we'll go see what's more.
All right, she's looking at the pack, looking at Jonathan ahead of her and saying, "You know what, it's not going to work out, so let's just call it a zero-sum game." I mean, they both scored 4, so it's a zero-sum game on that one.
Jam number 7 about to be recorded into the record books of history, and that's going to have Queen of Hearts jamming for Hee-Haw. Dang she fine, Team New York. More penalty-less action. Oh, I lied. There was a penalty picked up there. So Unwired is chilling in the box. So slight pack advantage for Hee-Haw. Heads are on a swivel.
Yeah, right now they're all jammed up right in the center of that starting block.
Dang she fine peeks to the outside, and then once the inside move was decided upon, the Queen of Hearts said, "I'll take the outside," and sneaks on through for lead jammer.
Yeah, New York had their pivot in the box, but Unwired had been released. Meanwhile, Sammy had to go take his place, and Team Hee-Haw is going to send LC Hammer to hammer down into Holiday Inn, or the Hampton Inn and Suites.
There goes the whistles indicating the end of the jam.
Good job of Queen of Hearts picking up 4, not letting New York have anything.
Want to thank our sponsors from Synergy Bank, Bont, Smart Move Real Estate, and Walk-Ons, as well as Kaywood and Randazzo's Bakery, Crash Course, and Rydell. Haven't had a lot of stoppages in this contest, so we haven't had a lot of time to get these sponsor reads in, but we want to make sure that everyone knows how much we love them, and we appreciate them helping us put on the 2026 Y'all Stars Southern Skate Down.
Absolutely. Go to your Google search bar and type, I saw so-and-so sponsored Y'all Stars. I want to know more about so-and-so. That way, their marketing team says, hey, sponsoring that really helped.
Power Jam.
That is the last thing Hee-Haw wants to see.
Hitting a down skater, that's going to be...
Scocker Blue in the box. That's the last thing the Donkeys needed right now. Oh,
Susie
boy.
got through with lead jammer. Intact for Team New York, which means control.
Susie coming around, turn 2 into turn 3, looking to score. Her team's set up right in front of her to help guide her through. Sure enough, she's got a whole escort there. Nobody can touch her unless you got a white jersey until she decides to engage stomach to stomach, shoulder to shoulder with LC Hammer.
Ripper caught a forearm, so I had to join Susie and, showing Soccer Blue in the box. So pack advantage for New York. Susie back on the. Susie just made a 4-point pass and is going to tap the hips and call just as Soccer Blue came out of the box.
Yeah.
The Ripper will remain in the box, which means another pack advantage to start Jam 9 for Team New York. Sweet Cyanide will be towing the jam line, wearing number 4 in blue, going up against Senor Wiener, 888 in white.
Now, look, we are 10 minutes into the second half. It's 144 to 85, which every Derby fan knows is not that big a deal yet. But we're getting to the point in the second half where Team Badass, you got to figure it out. You got to start getting jammers out, and you got to start keeping New York in. Fortunately, this jam ain't going to be the jam when they figured it out because Senorina's already out and around.
There goes Sweet Cyanide, who able to get through and also forced a low block penalty. I think that was Unwired. Yep, Unwired's going for a low.
Well, Unwired's going to have to wait to start serving his time because Senorina looked around and said, okay, like I got my points. Cyanide's coming around. Let's just end it. Let's start afresh by sending Jonathan out there. And, in fact, giving Jonathan a little heads up about some of the things he's seeing out on that track just now.
Primeval in the box as well. So 3-on-3 blockers in front of the 2 jammers. Those jammers, Jonathan R., as we've already notated, and the double nickel 55, Queen of Hearts, towing the jam line again.
All right, so here comes Jonathan for that outside track, but it's cut off on him. Meanwhile, Queen of Hearts trying the inside. They said, okay, she didn't cut the track. Oh, they did call it cut the track? I thought for a second they were saying no pass, no penalty.
I always
but no.
wonder about that when you see the initial hand signal. So
Yeah.
Another official had to have given the jam ref the I had eyes on the cut.
Yeah.
And that will happen because they can't see everything all the time.
No,
so we
sure,
support
yeah.
each other with what we
That's
can
right.
see.
It's a team sport.
Primeval out of the box now, so more blocker help to slow down Jonathan R. for Hee-Haw.
Yeah, when you're Hee-Haw, you got to change your mindset here. And now it's not about scoring points. Now it's about denying points to New York. That's right. Be obstinate. Be as stubborn as a mule.
Jonathan R. on the board for Team New York. That's an 8-point jam so far. Still a full minute left and in control, so no reason has been laid forth for Jonathan R. to do anything but skate in the oval shape pattern and put points on the board.
Yeah. Big time. Now, here comes Queen of Hearts. She threw for the initial pass. That's going to force Jonathan to call it. So that actually capped what could have been a very lethal Jonathan run, only at 11, right? So that's the fact that he couldn't pick up 4 complete passes. Again, you got to look for these little moral victories. You know what I'm saying, Cap?
The moral victories only go so far. Team New York has doubled their lead from the end of the first half, and that is not anything Hee-Haw was hoping to see. They're about to be doubled up if this jam doesn't go well on the score, and that will pretty much probably call this a game. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I think they just had their series finale. Here comes Deng Shifan on the outside. Meanwhile, who do we got? We got Sakamber is just not able to get out of that pack from behind. Wow, being forced to the outside, trying not to step out. Good job with Soccer Blue. Meanwhile, Deng Shifan is your lead jammer, but Sakura is right behind her. Deng Shifan having to pick up the pace a little bit because Sakura was on a better pace than her.
Soccer goes inside. Deng Shifan goes outside.
All right, so the refs tattling the points, saying Team New York got tree.
Yep.
And they're giving
3.
Yes, they talked it over and said, yeah, I saw that last pair of hips too. All right, Susie is going to be going up against Sweet Cyanide.
16 minutes and 15 seconds to go in period 2. Jam 12 is going to be a rockin' one. Slight pack advantage for Team New York. 1 blocker in the box. That's Orange Whip.
Ooh, Cyanide getting out of the initial tri-wall and finding the outside, but unwired, able to stop her progress. Meanwhile, Susie up in the front, battling shoulder to shoulder, and not able to find enough clean air, but gets help from a teammate. I think it was Pearl Jam helped her out.
Big shot by Wired. Cyanide took that directly in the chest, got knocked off the track, still got right back up and got re-engaged. That time, Wired comes in with a huge hit, looked like a forearm potentially, but if they didn't call it, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Right now, both skaters are being kind of stymied, flummoxed, if you will, by this defense.
My man said flummoxed, people. That was expert stuff right there.
There goes Susie on the inside and is through. Okay, so we have our lead jammer. We have less than a minute left, and it took us all the way to turn 3, but we got a lead jammer.
This is the 5th lead jam in a row for Team New York.
Yeah,
Cyanide did get through, but when you're out of control in this and you're in such a deficit, you have to get control of jams, and they're just unable to right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the biggest weapon Team New York has is the clock. And so by taking lead jammer status, they're in charge of the clock, and it's up to them. Senor Wiener's going to go out there right now, before we start anything. Booty Queen, pivot for Badass, was having a conversation with one of the refs. No doubt saying, I love you and all that you stand for. Keep up the great work.
And all that you stand for.
All right, Senor Wiener is going up against Queen of Hearts.
Senior Wiener bulldogs his way through that pack.
Yeah, out and around. There goes Queen. Oh, wow.
Track,
Wiener able to
cut,
they call.
penalty.
Okay, for a second there, I thought the incredible happened. Okay, so here's a power jam. Here's the opportunity for Queen of Hearts. She's out. She scored. He's just getting to the box. Get through this pack quickly, Queenie.
You got to get some good offense and less standing around and more blocking, but they're going to go with we're going to try to keep Sammy here at the pivot line, but
you got to have a little more sense of urgency, respectfully.
I really like to see in that situation everybody playing offense.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't know why teams will take that a different direction.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, this is what they're doing. Now they're ready to catch the jammer coming out of the box, the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
You got 45 more seconds left, and all you did was put a 4 spot up, I think when they review that film later on, they're going to say to themselves, that was a missed opportunity.
Well, back-to-back cut penalties on Senior Wiener.
So the universe is saying to Team Badass, hey, please score some points here, giving them another opportunity with the last 30 seconds left. There was the star pass, the star being passed to, who was it out there? 51? No, 5-1-5.
That's Alley Cat.
Alley Cat.
And now all of the helmet coverings have fallen to the earth and are sitting at the apex of 1 and 2. Alley doesn't know, but what Alley does, so Good help there from the crowd. Told Allie to turn around and go get your laundry off the ground.
Yeah.
And now,
It's like when you're doing laundry and you drop a sock on your way up the stairs.
so one thing that I would like to see in that situation for all you skaters at home, if your laundry hits the floor, when you come to go get it, don't just bend over to pick it up. Drop down to a knee so no one can block you without getting a penalty.
Good strategy there. At the end of the day, though, Team Badass, it felt like this was a huge missed opportunity on this one. There was 2 times the jammer went to the box, and you picked up 4 points. And you picked up 4 points. The Team New York came out of the box and picked up 3. That's not the kind of thing that's going to cover it, you know?
And it starts with the approach to the offense once you have that power jam in control and not playing offensive blocking position, but doing the let's pin somebody back in and try to get it stretched out. You have to know your jammers, and if your jammers are going to work the edges of the track, the chances of getting knocked off and forcing a recycle are high. And so you just got to understand that you develop your strategy and play it to the talents that you have out there. And I don't think Hee-Haw took advantage of that.
No, not at all. And if you're in New York, once again, you know what? This is one of those things where you're getting in trouble with your teacher at school, and in your head, you're going home to your mom, and you think you're going to be in all this trouble, but your mom never found out about it, so you don't learn your lesson, and you go back to school and do the next thing the next day. New York ain't learning their lesson. They're getting sent to the box, but nobody's taking advantage of it. So New York's saying, hey, live free and die hard over here. You know what I mean?
They gave up 5 power jams in the period number 1. They've given up 2 already in period number 2. We got 11 minutes and 53 seconds to go in this period. Very comfortable lead, 74 points, if my math is correct.
Yeah.
Shocker Blue towing the jam line against Jonathan R. Jonathan R. doing a super loop and finds room to the inside and easily gets lead jammer.
Jonathan R. out around turn 3, around turn 4, looking to score. Meanwhile, Soccer Blue to the front of the pack. They're out. They're going to have to put some pressure on Jonathan.
Jonathan through, 4 points on the board, peeks over the shoulder, decides the tap is now.
Yep. Jonathan had that clock the whole time. This is a good solid play from Jonathan. He's been strategically sound the whole game, you know. New York as a whole, a few things got cleaned up a little bit on the jammer line going to the box, but Jonathan, clean play. Dang She Fine going up against Sweet Cyanide.
Sammy still in the box, in the standing position, though. You can see him on screen, shouting instructions as he awaits his return after everybody gets down the track a little bit. He is now released. We are back to 5-on-5 action. Dang She Fine in the back of the pack. Size up front. Bouncing off a pack. 3 and now 4 wall. No pack. Now the pack is here. There goes Sweet Cyanide with the lead jammer.
All right.
Penalties are going to, looks like, what's that, number 14?
Yeah, it's Brittany Spears is going to the box, and also the pivot for Sweet.
Anna Rose.
Yeah, Sweet, I'm saying. Hee-Haw, I meant to say.
Star pass for New York. So, Unwired ended up with the starred helmet cover.
Hee-Haw picking up a few points. Call it. All right. She's saying that the bench coach come up to her. She said, I thought about calling it, so I started calling it, then I called it. You know, that's the man in motion, women in motion. I thought about it, I did it, so then I done it. Here comes Jonathan R. Here comes Queen of Hearts.
Blocker each in the penalty box, 3-on-3 in front of the 2 jammers.
Wow. Jonathan right out right away.
That's been his modus operandi throughout this game.
Yeah.
Easy
Oh,
pass.
no, they're going to cut the track to Jonathan. The first error, the first misstep from Jonathan R.
That means lead goes to Queen of Hearts, now in control. And now we're playing some offense up front.
Yes, this is what we talked about before. Try to get her out of there, get her into clean air. Let her get around that track before Jonathan's out of that box.
Queen of Hearts working to the inside now up against a 2 wall, but that's got to split up.
Yes.
There goes 4 on the board for Hee-Haw.
Okay, so good job, Queen of Hearts. Get 4 more. Jonathan's about to come out of that box, so pick up some points. There you go.
Duck under. Fat Jammer put the booty out, and Queen of Hearts went right under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. Now Jonathan's out. Jonathan's ready to start scoring under his next pass. You can't stop the clock. You got a little bit less than a minute going. So you just got to keep up the pace. Oh, Jonathan with the jump and the points.
And the thumbs up because he liked the landing.
Yeah.
The Swedish judge gave it a 4 though.
There's another jump from Jonathan. Jonathan has eliminated the lead. I'm talking about the physical lead on the track. Right now it's 16-8, right? So if you're Queens of Heart, you're saying, let me just stay in front and stay the pace. Unfortunately, she gets pushed to the outside and is falling behind Jonathan. Jonathan being pushed to the inside. All right, so now cycle to the back. Queen of Hearts, she's still got a chance here. Jonathan finding a good line right through the center. Out, scoring 4, and that's tightened up to a 16-12 score on this jam.
Not calling it, just hanging out, just letting points get racked
seconds.
up. I'm very curious of this strategy when you're in control of the jam.
Well, that's that. So, what started really hot to trot with that power jam, Jonathan in the box, didn't work out quite as well as Team Hee Har had thought. 19-12, so they still took, and I think they got a couple extra points coming for New York. We'll see.
Check out this replay and watch this duck under by Queen of Hearts, just slipping right past Fat Jammer. Outstanding.
All right, they're going to – oh, official timeout?
It is an official timeout. And in
Yeah.
official timeouts, we talk about Crash Course. Crash with a
right.
K. If you want to feel more confident when you step on the track, visit CrashCourseRollerDerby.com for custom plan to increase agility, level up your laterals, and be the skater everyone wants in their pack. Life is a contact sport. Win. No.
So we're to the point of the game, Cap. It's 184-116. There's 7 minutes and 18 seconds left. And, at this point, unless somebody's going to vastly change something about themselves, we continue to see more of the same. So if you're in the huddle with Team Badass, what are you saying to them? How are you motivating them?
The most important thing is competing. Like, all these people are in this sport because they are natural competitors. And the scoreboard doesn't change what you're going to do jam to jam. And each jam is a competition of its own. So what are you working on? What do you need to do? How can you come together as a team? We're going to have a full complement of blockers. We have a new jammer for the first time in Sammy D, towing the jam line, not taking a star pass.
Very interesting.
Soccer Blue is going to be going against Sammy. So we'll see that. We talk about massive changes. That is in itself a massive change.
That's right.
How does it unfold?
All right, Soccer Blue taking advantage, getting lead jammer, falling down. So is the lead, but is cycling back to the back of the track. Sammy's out, and so Soccer says, "All right, let's just call that. We're not gonna play that game."
Smartly though, Soccer says, "Let's just re-rack.
Yeah,
keep everyone out here. That worked out really well."
No.
The coach just said, "Nah."
Nah. She's like, "Come on. I barely even broke a sweat on that one. Come on, give me another go around." But they said, "No. Let's sign that out there." Going up against Deng Shifine. This is a matchup we've seen a lot of.
And remember, jammers, they want to go and they want to run, but coaches have matchups that they're looking at.
Yes, exactly right.
So Sweet Cyanide versus Deng Shifine is a matchup these coaching staff like against each other.
That's right. It's all about that strategery. There goes Deng Shifine on the inside. Wowza.
Cyanide with the star in hand. Doesn't need to pass, able to get through on an initial. Now Deng Shifine bouncing off of blockers at the apex, but nice angle
She got through turn 2, looked across, saw Cyanide coming out to turn 1 and said, that's that. That's all I need to see about that. I've scored my points, and I'm calling the jam. 190-116. Now we got Sakura back after a short rest. Here's Susie.
Susie, the still highest point scorer of this contest, way back in the second jam of the game.
Yeah, that really, and you know what? That set the tone early. There goes Susie.
Susie still continuing the tone.
Yep. Sakura Blue coming on the inside. The very good job of getting out of that pack. Good job for Sakura Blue.
Susie blasting through the back of their own pivot. Sammy scraping himself up off the floor. All that for 4 points. And we're going to have an official review. During these reviews, we have to touch on all of our amazing sponsors. This time it'll be Acadian Ambulance, because they are so proud to support the community and provide medical standby service for the All-Stars Tournament. That's right. Our medics here are from Acadian Ambulance Service. If you're interested in a career in EMS, visit Acadian's National EMS Academy website at becomeamedic.com. Acadian urges everyone to drive safely and don't text and drive, ever. I want to thank you to our food sponsor, Louisiana's Cajun Bayou, where c'est si bon meets bon appetit. Discover the Cajun lifestyle at lacajunbayou.com. And, of course, our great friends at Rydell, where every jam matters. Lace up the new Solaris 2.0 from Rydell. Locked in fit, explosive response, and all about durability. For comfort, Solaris 2.0, built for a derby player. Learn more at roller.rydellskates.com.
So this official review is because Team Hee Haw felt they saw it cut the track against that jammer and didn't see a call. They're asking the officials to review what they saw and decide whether, in fact, there was a cut of the track.
Most of the time when a call like this gets quote-unquote missed, that when it's brought for review, all the officials will get together and they'll say, did anybody have eyes on this specific situation? And then once everyone gives their answer, then it will be determined whether it is or is not a successful official review. That was a quick conversation. That usually means nobody had eyes on it, so nothing's going to change. We'll see if I've accurately predicted another.
That old playground, play schoolyard kind of, I don't see nothing, I didn't hear nothing, and I don't say nothing. No call stance, saying nobody had eyes on it.
It doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means that nobody saw it.
No, exactly. And in fact, one of the blockers from Hee Haw heard that and wasn't quite buying it. But on we go. Senor Wiener. Senor Poop is back in Gotham. Senor Wiener is going up against Queen of Hearts.
We got 5 minutes to go in this period, in this game. A very comfortable 78-point lead for Team New York.
Yep.
But until there's zeros on the clock, you're never that comfortable.
Exactly. And if you're Team Hee Haw, you were put together to have fun. So you're going to try to have fun in these last 5 minutes. You're not looking at the scoreboard like you had said earlier. You're looking at each jam as its own little universe.
Right now, the universe is going to contain all 10 skaters. 5-on-5 action with 80 wheels on the track, and the next whistle is going to start the jam, whether you like it or not.
And we like it. And we like it. All right, there goes Senor Wiener on the outside, not seeing what he's looking for. Meanwhile, goes back to the inside and decides, yeah, it was on the outside. I thought I left it there. And Senor Wiener finds that lead jammer status.
Queen of Hearts needs to solve for this quickly, but there's a lot of traffic in front. Might be a time for a star pass. We'll see if that is part of the strategy here, if it's just going to be Queen trying to get to the front.
Oxenfree blocker for New York going to the box. So New York is down a blocker, but that hasn't stopped them from being able to contain the jammer for Team Hee Haw.
Already 8 quick points, and we're not even a minute into the jam.
Yeah. Wow, big time apex jump from Team Wiener, Senor Wiener. Meanwhile, Hart's yelling out directives to her team, paying a little bit of defense as Senor Wiener came around. But ultimately, at this point, Senor Wiener at 16, looking for that 20-plus jam like the teammate Susie did. But will settle for a...
Got a deuce on that one.
Yeah.
22 or 18-point jam is going to be the official total. 2 points for Hee Haw.
And as we approach 3.5 minutes left, Jonathan R. and Sweet Cyanide will take their place at the starting line.
Sweet Cyanide, Jonathan R. It's going to be a good time in this jam. Again, full complement of blockers, so the resistance will be there. 3 blockers up front trying to slow down Jonathan R. Eliminated that problem. Lead jammer, Jonathan R.
There you go. Coming around. It's turn 4, looking to score. And that's what Jonathan R. is all about.
Multiplayer block by Pearl Jammer, so slight pack advantage right now.
Yeah. Not the first trip to the box for Pearl Jammer in this bout. Here comes
Star
Booty
Pass
Queen
has
also to the box.
Star passes happened, so Sweet Cyanide has given way to being the jammer. Now we have it's hard to see across, so
who is
see if I
that
can get a
number
number
right
on this
there?
pass
Is it
through.
Anna Rose? I can't see. Yeah, it's Anna Rose.
Anna Rose 66.
Anna Rose by another name which swell is sweet. And that's going to end it for that one. So 222 to 118. That was a 10-pointer from Team New York. You know, Team Yeehaw out here. Team Badass Roller Derby. Fun story. We were talking to the founding member, and she mentioned she was putting together the paperwork to found a new team, and they asked for a name. She hadn't come up with a name yet, so she wrote just TBD, to be determined. And that turned into Team Badass Derby. Ooh, and speaking of badass, not quite. I thought we were going to see a lead jammer from Sakura, but she gets pulled back.
Yeah, Soccer looked like might have been safe, but erring on the side of caution, does the full recycle at the cost of capturing lead at that moment, but now doing the work to stretch out the pack and gets
Very nice.
lead jammer.
Good solid work from Sakura Blue. She wanted that lead jammer status, and she got it. Well earned. The star pass has been made to Unwired. He is not tethered to any other skater. Coming around. Look, Sakura looked to the coach. Should I call it? And the coach said, you tell us. This is the end of the game. How many points do you want to score? And she said, all right, I want to score points. And they're going. In the final minute of this half, they're saying to themselves, let's go. Let's just score some points. Let's have some fun. The entire team Badass is on their skates. They're going to start hee-hawing. You can hear it in the background, folks. The call, the bray of the wild donkey from Team Badass as they cheer on Sakura Blue and her scoring drive.
Taps the hips in calls.
Team
Timeout New York. One more jam. Why not, guys?
Yes.
We all love roller derby.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't want one more?
That's right. That's right. You know what happened? We're getting a gift. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas. One more jam. That's what we're getting here. So just when you all thought, oh, I got to get back to work. I got to pretend I'm still. Oh, no. The jam's still happening. Oh, I got to pretend I'm not working, and I'm watching roller derby instead.
We got a 4-pack of donkey blockers getting their donkey groove on.
That's it.
I hope that there's an official donkey dance that we can learn after this to take it to the after party.
Yeah, I believe there is. They're loving that hee-haw. Call out so much. Even New York skaters are starting to do the hee-haw.
Senior Wiener just gave a ee-haw, and it was pretty good.
We might have an abandoned ship over here. He might desert Team New York.
Desert just to make that noise.
Yeah, just so he can be part of Team Badass.
18 seconds in the contest. One more jam, most likely.
All right,
Unless something crazy
Susie,
happens, and Susie
Queen of Hearts.
immediately picks up lead jammer.
Ooh, Queen of Hearts trying to make the star pass, not able to do so. Oh, and there goes Queen of Hearts to the front. Still not able to get out. We are in extra time, so to speak. We're getting free derby beyond what we paid for, as the half has ended, but the jam has not.
Susie now trailing behind Queen of Hearts, who's making the initial pass, but 4 go on the board for Team New York. And I guess that'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, a little jammer on jammer action to end that. That's a beautiful way to end it. Captain, this was a hell of a game that we watched. It came down to some costly mistakes that were not being able to take advantage of by Team Hee Haw.
With 232 points on the board for Team New York, they beat Hee Haw, Team Badass, in this game today. An exciting contest. It was fun to watch, especially as the game unfolded.
Yeah.
The competition got tighter. The work got harder. New York was able to come out on top.
Yeah.
Now that is an official score.
Okay. So they're going to announce that over there. Anyway, to the stream, we say thank you so much for tuning in. If you're from New York, you saw your team. But if you're from anywhere else but you consider yourself a badass, then you saw your team too. Thank you so much. I've been Pal Jack, and to my left has been the Cap.
I remain Captain Boater, and good evening.
Can you see me? I'm waiting to be discovered. Meet me where the untraditional is traditional. Dare to go bold? Come find me in Louisiana's Cajun Bayou.
Hi folks, Tulane here, and I'm here to ask you if your helmet is cooked. Whether you're on the derby track or at the skate park, your helmet has one job: to protect you. So let's check out your helmet together and find out if it's still doing its job. Look for the following signs to determine if the EPS foam in your helmet has deteriorated. 1. Physical cracks or deformations. 2. Soft spots. 3. Discoloration. 4. Separation from the shell. 5. Age. Helmets should be replaced every 3 years depending upon usage, even if they appear to be in good condition. 6. Unusual odors. Let's move on to the outer shell and consider your previous impacts. If the helmet has been involved in a significant impact, the EPS foam could be compromised even if no visible damage is apparent. If the strap adjusters, clip, or straps are compromised, your helmet placement might be compromised if you take a fall. Last but not least, if your helmet doesn't fit you properly, it's not going to do its job when you need it most. Your helmet should sit about 1 finger width above your eyebrows and stay put when you're moving around or shaking your head. Visit 888.com to find out about our cutting-edge helmet technology and designs. The most certifications, the latest technology, the best fit. We've got you covered.